Hi there, it's David Young, the Resourceful Coach, and we're going to talk about today is what I call the hardest shot in golf. Okay, it's a shot I don't think any golfer really enjoys playing, and you just got to get it perfectly right, otherwise you don't get the result you want. And it's simply that sort of 50 to 80 yard bunker shot. Okay, it's the shot that sort of you're in sort of no man's land. It's a swing where you sort of look at it and you sort of got to work out how much power to put in it, and it's all about getting the right connection on the ball. So we're going to show you 2 or 3 key things that you need to do to make sure that you play this shot correctly and give yourself the best chance to get the result that you want. So always with, I would say, any bunker shot like this, the first thing to always look at is, well, 2 things to look at. Number 1, the lie of the ball, how it's lying in the bunker, and 2, how much of a lip you've got to go over. And I would always like to think when you've got a bunker shot, a fairway bunker shot, or a bunker that's shot this length, this is about 75 yards, that the designers of the golf course are not putting you into a bunker that is sort of what I call in between. And what I mean by that is the lip of the bunker. I always think the fact that you're in the bunker is a tough enough shot anyway. To then put a lip on the bunker that sort of makes you think, well, I can't really go for the green, I think makes it really tough. But if you go play links type golf courses, you can end up in that situation, and it's just a shot you just got to play out sideways. But in this situation, we've got an okay lie. I mean, the thing I always think to look at with any bunker shot, there's never a situation where the ball is sitting perfectly on top of the sand. The weight of the golf will always drop it down into the sand. So even though this is what I'd call an okay lie, there's probably about 20% of the ball is submerged into the sand. So I need to catch this ball cleanly to get the best result that I can. The lip on this bunker isn't excessive, so it gives me the chance to get there. But look at the lip, look at the lie, and work out what you can do to get it over the lip. And don't look at just your distance that you've got and think that's the club I've got to use. I'm going to show you a couple of things here that I would always do, and I find I get much better results. So I've looked at the lie, it's okay. It's probably a little bit better than average, and I haven't got too much of a lip in front of me. Now what I've got to do, look at the yardage. And for me, 75 yards, well, that would be a nice sand iron. So you think, well, I'm in a bunker, it's a sand iron shot, that's the perfect club to use. But actually, I would never use that club, because that's sort of getting towards not my maximum distance, but definitely a distance I think I've got to hit a perfectly struck shot to get the distance that I want. And the thing you also find when you come out of a fairway bunker, because of how cleanly you connect with it, you can end up getting a situation where you get a heck of a lot of backspin. Tremendous amount of backspin on the shot, and the ball might go you 75 yards, but it could spin back 10 yards and you're back off the green. So they're just little things to think about when you're playing the shot. So I'm actually going to use from this shot just a standard pitching wedge, a club that I know I can hit probably comfortably over 100 yards, but I'm only looking to hit this around about that 75 yards. And straight away, that takes out one big thing. When we tend to play a full shot, the tendency is we tend to drive our body into the shot quite aggressively. And the one thing we don't really want to do with the shot is we don't want to take a lot of sand. If I want to get the distance, I want to pick the ball off cleanly. So what we're going to show you is a little thing that I was told by one of my friends, another pro, and I hadn't done this even as amateur golfer and turned pro, and it was to sort of quieten the bottom half of my body down when I play this shot. And that made such a difference for me. The biggest thing I started to do was get a better connection on the ball. So when you're playing a full shot, you want to feel, yeah, your hips, your legs are driving through the shot. But the fact that I've got a club here that's probably going to hit it, I'm only going to hit this 75% the distance I would expect, I can sort of take my hips and my legs out of the shot. So that's really important to understand. So we're going to show you that as we go through this tip. So priority for me when I play this shot is I want to hit the ball pretty cleanly. Because of that, I've taken enough loft that will get me comfortably over the lip of that bunker. I could probably do that shot with a 7-iron. I've got a pitching wedge. So mentally, I know that's plenty of loft. It's going to give me the shot that I want. Now we're going to do something slightly different, and you can take this into your fairway bunker shots as well, to what you would normally do in a greenside bunker. We would encourage you to dig your feet into the sand in a greenside bunker to, 1, get a little bit of a feel of the sand, but 2, lower the arc of the swing. Now the one thing I don't want to do here is hit the sand way behind the ball. If I do, what it's going to do, this ball with the power I put in, I might go 25 yards. Okay, so what I want to do, let's just put the sand back to what it was. I still want some grip. I still want some feeling that I'm going to have an element of grip, but I just want to sort of feel that I just bring my feet into the sand, probably at the most a centimetre. And then how I'm going to counteract that is I'm going to grip down the club a centimetre. So they counteract each other. It feels now that I'm going to get that ball cleanly off the surface. That's what I'm looking for. I've got plenty of power in the club. That's the key thing. So now what I'm going to feel through the shot is I'm not going to use my legs at all. I'm really going to feel that I'm using my arms and just let my body naturally turn around that position. People always sort of feel when they just use their arms, it's just an arm swing. Your arms are swinging, but your body's still turning. But what I don't want to be is aggressive with it. If I get aggressive, I'll lower my body. And as we said earlier, the likelihood is I'm going to hit the sand behind it. So let's keep the lower half quiet. And again, you just got to do a few of these. You've got to practice them. Again, unfortunately, facilities, there are not many places you can probably go and practice a 75-yard bunker shot. But if you have got it, good, go and have a practice. So all I'm going to do with my wedge, I know this will go 100 yards. It's going to feel like about a 3/4 swing, but I've got no feeling in my legs. I want to keep my legs out of the shot, and I'm just going to let the natural loft of the club pick it off the surface. Okay, so let's see what result we got there. You've probably heard it. I got a little bit of sand before. And what I felt in the shot is I did get my legs a little bit involved. But that's okay, because I'm learning the shot. That ball went 50 yards instead of 75. So let's see if I can learn from that. I still felt that energy, because I'm used to using my legs in the golf shot. So let's really feel this one. Take my legs right out of it. Nice and simple there. Stay tall. There you go. You hear the strike of the ball. That's the one I want. And that ball's landed nicely up on the green. And again, I'd expect, because it's coming out of the sand, I'm not going to get a lot of roll on it. So you can see 2 shots there. And you've seen through my videos, I don't mind if I get it wrong to show you what to do, because at the end of the day, you learn more from your mistakes. So I could feel in that first shot, just my legs slightly dropped, and I caught probably not even a centimetre behind the ball, and I lost 25 yards. Second one, I kept my body. I learnt from that error on the first one. So now go to it again. Let's see if we can play a third one, see if we can get it closer. So I'm just go through my safety factors, I call it. So I've taken plenty of club. That's the first thing. Enough loft to get me over the lip. Loads of club here. I'm only going to lower my feet about a centimetre, and then it feels like I'm keeping my legs out of the shot. And if I do that, I'm looking for that clean connection on the ball. Good, that's up there, that's nice. So we've put 2 on the green, and again, all I've done on those second 2 shots, I've just kept the lower half of my body really quiet. That's the big thing. By doing that, I got a much cleaner connection on the ball, and I've got those balls up on the green. Have too much leg drive, lose a little bit of that sort of height of my shot, I hit the sand behind it, and I lose the shot. So anything from here, I mean, what you've got to look at, let's go through my data. Even as a professional golfer, majority of us are not going to get this down in 3 shots from this shot, because it is the hardest shot in golf. So as an amateur golfer, if you put this on the green, you are having a great day. Okay, even if you take 4 shots from here, it's not the end of the world. The importance is, number one, getting out of the bunker. But if you want that ball on the green, keep the lower half quiet, take plenty of club, and hit that ball nice and clean off the sand, and you'll get good results. I hope you enjoyed that tip. If you did, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, share this with your friends, and I look forward to seeing you soon.